the Rams, they've been getting beat up by injuries all year. Guys have been in and out, in the backfield, offense, defense, a lot of different places. They lose Jordan Fuller. He's a Pro Bowl safety for him. Ankle injury, he's done for the season. Really, really talented young player, very smart, heady guy. The guy who I played with, played against, well, from my era, Eric Weddle, coming out of retirement to play for the Rams. And, it's interesting the fact that he's going to be doing this. He played a long time. He played for the Chargers, played for the Ravens. The guy ultimately retires. And a lot of guys work out and stay in shape. I'm curious to see how well he looks. It's one thing to play offensive line or defensive line and come in and you're rushing and it's explosive movements. And if you're lifting weights and doing some, anaerobic running, some intervals and some different things, you can do that and you can have those guys on a pitch count. I mean, if you're bringing in Eric Weddle, you're probably planning on him playing a significant amount. You're not dressing him not to go out there and play. And the question is how much of the game is he going to play? Can you leave him in there for 6-7 plays? Defensive backs in the NFL and college football, some of those guys are running 5 to 7 miles a game. And so I know Eric Weddle is a fitness freak. He works out all the time. I'd like to think I keep myself in pretty good shape. If someone said, hey, you got to be ready to go. And even 5 years ago, when I was just a couple years out, I mean, for an entire game, it would have been tough and training and making sure you're ready. And so we'll have to see how Eric Weddle plays, but it's an interesting development. You've seen this happen before. I remember, I think the Cowboys pulled Charles Haley out of retirement to come back and play for him, and how dominant he was, bringing him back to rush the passer a little bit. And you see this happen, like I said, up front sometimes, very rarely with a defensive back, and especially a guy at safety who's got to communicate and make sure they've got the scheme set up and understanding what's going on. Because as I always say, mistakes in the front end, those are first downs. Mistakes in the back end and the secondary, those are touchdowns. And you don't get to line up and play those again. Eric Weddle back playing with the Rams in a big playoff game this week.